Welcome to Vinnies Talk. Welcome to the podcast, or whatever you want to call it, Vinnies Talk. You know what I'm saying? It's November. We got Thanksgiving right around the corner. Next week, a week from Thursday. A week from tomorrow. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Please like, subscribe. It's all my videos. You know, we have the true crime stuff, reaction videos. We have all kind of cool stuff on my page, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching my videos and people that come back and watch me. Hey, man, I want to appreciate that. You know, I started off with no subscribers, and now we're almost up to 400 something. So I appreciate that. You know, it means a lot. Yeah, today's the 17th of November. The weather is, it's cold. I mean, this is how it is in Chicago. It's kind of like, whatever. I mean, when you come out here, you get like all different types of weather. You get, one day it could be 30, the next day 60, 70. You never know what you're going to get out here, right? But anyways, man, welcome you guys to the podcast. Today is just open discussion. A little bit about true crime. We'll get into some cases and whatnot. We'll talk about the weather. We'll talk about my plans and shit for the winter season, which some art stuff I'm going to be working on, and some cold cases that went cold that I do want to cover, because there's a lot of cases out there that go cold that we that no one really talks about, and I feel like it's important to get those developed and let people hear them. Let the voices need to be heard, and I believe in as a YouTube as one, that people need to come together and work as one to solve cases and get the justice that is deserved. But yeah, man, we got the holidays, man. The holidays. Always to come back to this with the holidays and how our lives are, man, dude. We never should take life for granted, especially around. We think about that, especially around now, the holidays and life, and how life is so short. Every time you turn on the news, you hear about, someone passing, a loved one, and an old one in the family had passed away, or someone getting killed by senseless gun violence or any type of violence, or just people doing nasty things to each other. This is not cool, man. Losing a lot of beloved people in the world, like, celebrities, and seeing people that we look up to, dying. And it seems like it's like the norm, a regular norm now. And it's sad because life is so short, man. A lot of people don't realize that, and there's people out there that do realize that, but I'm just saying, like, life is so short, I just feel like we have a certain creed in the way we live our lives, all of our lives. Some people may think it's living by the money code, or getting up and working your ass off every day and whatnot. But people don't really understand the fact of the matter is that life is just much more important than all this fancy stuff and lavish stuff, because time is something that we can never truly get back. And every time I lose someone close to me, I always think about this kind of stuff, man. Like, I'll never get that time back. I will never be able to see that person again. And it just reminds me of how short life is, man. And this shit it seems like, man, like you go day by day and you realize sometimes, like, man, is this shit even real? You know what I'm saying? Like, we witness all these things that happen. But just want to say a prayer, man, for people out there and all our loved ones that we've lost, people to and stuff like that. But anyways, guys, how's everybody feeling today, man? Back up on Vinnies Talk, man. Life is too short, so make sure that you tell someone, tell your family, tell your friends that you love them, no matter what in the hell is going on. Especially now, the holidays. Things are a lot different, though, man. Not just family wise, but take a look around in the world. take a look at what is going on in the world. Everything is so much different. In this society, with everything that we have, when I was growing up, it was a lot different. I'm not trying to say that because now maybe people think, man, this is making me seem like I'm old, right? No, but it's definitely a lot different, man. And I feel like, we have just too many options as one. Like, people are too fast. Don't slow down to just think about stuff every once in a while and just be like, yeah, man, this is like a time to chill and think, because everybody's so fast paced, especially where I'm living at. Around here, man, people are always so fast paced and they don't really take the time to just actually sit back, just chill for a minute. Everybody is in a hurry, especially people that are out here driving, man, it's the worst. People that drive in cars, that are taxiing, not paying attention to the road, and then they wonder why they get mad at motorcyclists because they're going in and out of traffic. We need more people to pay attention on the road, first of all, right? Some may not agree with me. Some be like, hey, you're an asshole for going fast and in between lanes and shit. I'm like, well, I'm here to tell you I'm a motorcycle rider, and I have to say that, I'm sticking up for all my fellow bikers out there. There's a reason why we ride like that. I always wanted to say this on my podcast. This is a reason why that we, ride in and out of traffic. And it's not to be an asshole. I mean, sometimes it could be some people who just want to be assholes. But you can't tell me the fact that people are not assholes when they're going in and out of traffic on the expressway and their cars are not paying attention. They're texting and driving. The only reason why I'm doing that on my bike is to get away from that asshole trying to run me over, because I'm on a bike and they're in a freaking cage. They're in a car and they don't see me coming. So, it's kind of dangerous, dude. And I don't think, I really don't think the average car driver understands the fact that I'm on a bike, they're in a car. So this one lady, I remember this time I was riding on my motorcycle. It was this past summer, actually. And, I was kind of just cruising along and whatnot. And I've come up to the red light. And the lady, man, dude, this woman, she literally stops, right? And she leaves so much gap between her and front. I mean, you're supposed to leave a little space, right? So I'm looking, I'm just like, dude, you stop like really fast. You almost freaking, like, I had to slam on my brakes to like stop so I didn't hit you from like slamming right into the back of you. So, I'm just looking at the front. I'm looking at her and I'm just like, I'm going to go around to get in the front. And so I go in the front, I go around or whatnot. This lady, we pull off, the light turns green. We pull off, we're riding down the road and shit. We're riding down the road. And then we come up to another stop sign and she rolls down her window. She's like, what are you doing? Why did you cut in front of me? Blah, blah, blah. Man, I looked at her. I was like, dude, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. Like, I'm like, I meant to say, like, why did you literally slam down your brakes because you were texting? Like, I seen her phone in her hand. She's not paying attention. So she gets mad at me because I go around her. I'm like, dude, like, first of all, I'm not trying to get into an accident over you because you're on your cell phone. Like, see, people, they don't pay attention. And a lot of people, they get mad. They're just mad because you're faster than them, because you're on a bike and you're faster and you can get in front of them. It's not my problem. You're in a slow ass car. You know what I mean? But hey, to each their own, man. But anyways, man, I want to welcome you guys, whoever just joined this video. You guys just joined in, watching it, whatnot. You guys know that I do my podcast. I'm on, we do nature hikes, nature videos, little cool edits and stuff like that. But also, we talk about the true crime stuff too, man. We're in the true crime talk, covering the cases of, Gabby Petito, Kylie Rodney, Courtney Clenny, man. And speaking of Courtney Clenny, they just had a hearing. Supposedly, there's supposed to be a continuance of the hearing, whether or not Miss Courtney Clenny will be getting clearance and being out on bail until her trial starts. Who knows if that's going to happen or not? Her lawyers are trying to get her approved for that? Man, I don't know. Like I'm saying, I'm still up in the air how I feel about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? She claimed self-defense after stabbing her boyfriend. And that shit was crazy. We've seen some of the body cam of the when she called the police to her apartment. That shit was crazy. Supposedly, these are just my opinions and my thoughts, but she had made like $2 or $3 million before she had gotten arrested for the 2nd-degree murder charge. And I was just like, holy shit, off of OnlyFans. And I'm not knocking Miss Courtney Clenny, but damn, girl, it's a lot of money for OnlyFans. Damn, I mean, these OnlyFans chicks, man, they ain't playing. I'm making freaking over 2, 3, 4 figures, man. Are you serious? 5 figures? I don't know, man. All I know is that that's a crazy case. So that'll be something that I'll be talking about more. Also, I was I was reading about the how in the wrongful death suit that Gabby Petito's parents, Miss Petito, Miss Nicole Schmidt, Gabby's mom, and her dad and her family was awarded $3 million. I believe this was earlier in May when they filed for that lawsuit. I'm not sure if that's the same lawsuit as the Moab lawsuit. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a different one. But they did get awarded $3 million. And for me, you know what I'm saying, I covered Gabby Petito case. I'm very passionate about Miss Gabs. Rest in peace. Gabby was an angel. See, for me, it was never really about the money. And I'm sure to their family, to the memory of Gabby, that they just want that true justice for Gabby. It's not about the money. So, it's a very sad thing that happened to her, but her spirit lives on, forever. And on my channel, she lives on forever as I keep her spirit alive. You see Gabby in the back there, man. Rest in peace. But yeah, man, we're covering all these different cases, y'all. Some crazy cases going on. Still justice for Kylie Rodney. Obviously, they ruled her death an accidental drowning, but we all know that's some, you know what I'm saying? We don't believe that this is the evidence provided was enough to be like, yeah, after all how everything was handled. And you know what I'm saying? I want to sit here and say that I want to knock law enforcement, and I don't believe law enforcement, but half the time these people aren't accountable, or they're not doing things the correct way. Do you truly trust some law enforcement? I support the blue, right? I back the blue and all these things. But when you see facts that don't provide, that don't look factual to you, you have to call things out. And everything that was brought to the light with the Kylie Rodney case, I just felt like, man, dude, like, there's a lot of questions, especially with how they conducted things, how in the beginning. And I mean, I've said this on all my different videos as covering, the Kylie Rodney case, from how they brought the SUV out of the water, dude, like protecting evidence, how they identified her. And, there's a lot of YouTubers out there and people out there that are like, oh, this case is done with, so move on, Vinny. Talk about something else. Well, see, the thing about me is I want justice. A big word called justice, guys. And this justice hasn't been served yet. So, we dig deep. We try to recap on things. And one of the big things that really stood out for me is the protection that wasn't there at Prosser that night. And what I mean by protection is that they probably didn't have, there was no evidence of any rangers that were securing the area that night when they had this so-called party down there by Prosser, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, man, I was raising big questions and big eyebrows. Like really? Like, why wouldn't there be someone, securing the area, making sure things weren't things weren't safe, that these teenagers and adults, whoever was down there, was safe that night? Because obviously there wasn't, because, a little girl lost her life. So, I mean, I really feel like if there was more necessary precautions that were taken that night, things probably would have ended up a lot different, man. You know, and we can't believe everything we hear, especially like in the news and the media, because you can't really trust everything you hear in the news and the media. But it's kind of crazy though, right? As we go back and you think about the cases and think about how things went down. It's November, man. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's almost Christmas time. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I mean, it's November. A lot of crazy things going on in the world, man. I don't know, dude. I can't. Time just is flying by. You know what I'm saying? It's going by so fast. Christmas, man. We're almost to Christmas, guys. Welcome to winter talk, right? Winter is here, man. I wish it was kind of summer again because, you know what I'm saying, I don't really want to put the tubes away, the motorcycle away. Maybe I'll get a chance to ride it like once or twice more. We'll see, man. I'm that crazy mom that will ride it in the 40s. If it's like 48 and the sun's out, an hour or two, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that riding, right? I mean, come on. But then after that, the sun goes down, it gets too cold. It's like, nah, dude, screw that shit. But yeah, back to back to the cases, and more specifically, back to the CC case, Courtney Clenny, the OnlyFans model, and you know, her demeanor, watching her in the hearing when I seen her hearing in the courtroom and how she was just reacting. You know, at first when they said that this was, she claimed it to be self-defense after stabbing her boyfriend, Christian. Supposedly they had a lot of arguments. They had a dysfunctional relationship, and I don't condone abusive relationships, but sometimes it's hard to get out of one once you're in one, and very hard, by the way. But there's video of her in an elevator with him, and she's just kind of like hitting him, slapping him. But there really wasn't. Let's just say this, guys. We weren't there. There wasn't enough to believe that he was aggressive towards her, but we don't know that because we weren't there. Now they were talking about that there were bruises on her arms and her legs visible, right, in this hearing that her lawyers were speaking of, and a cop that was talking as well. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. For me to believe that it was fully self-defense, I'm not sure. I shouldn't say that. I should just say that these are just my opinions. But like, I feel like maybe she was defending herself, right? But it was more like I mean, obviously it's a bigger guy, you know, he's a bigger guy. She's a woman, you know, and she said that, you know what I'm saying, she had threw a knife at him because he was charging towards her. So do we believe that's true? We don't know yet. Her lawyer's fighting to basically try to get her released out on bail until her trial starts. And everything that has went down is really crazy, man. Like, you know, obviously on the defendant's side, she has, you know, she's alive and well, and you know what I'm saying, her ex-man and whatnot, he's passed away from his from his wound, and that shit is crazy, man. Just thinking about that and looking at it. But we really truly won't know until we see more of this trial, right? And I'm excited to cover these stories, cover these cases, but that shit just gets me, guys. Gets me, man. OnlyFans model, with how much money she was making before she actually got charged with this crime, 2nd-degree murder charge. So we're not really certain of how much time she is going to serve, because there is going to be a trial that's going to be set in place. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be talking about that a little bit more. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys checking out all my cool videos and listening to me talk, listening to me ramble on about the cases, about the weather, man. November. It's an interesting month, right? We'll see how it turns out, man. Hopefully we don't get too much snow. I've been talking to some people. They're like, hey, Vinny, we want it to be a fast winter. We don't want we want spring to come fast. You know what I mean? And I'm going to have to say this. All the years that I have been alive and going through winter and being kind of in this like cocoon and just like not really able to do stuff during like winter months, I still go hiking and stuff like that, but sometimes it just gets too freaking cold and I'm just like, you know what? No more, man. That's just crazy. But anyways, man, yeah, I mean, I like winter, right? Obviously I love Christmas time, but I'm really looking forward towards Christmas time and springtime coming again. But anyways, man, thank you guys for listening to me ramble on and talk, Vinny's talk. Covered a few things, talked about some cases and whatnot, man, and you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys, man. A lot more fun things to come. And until the next time, guys, thank you for joining Vinny's Talk. Until the next time, guys, right? All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.